Hello, my name is METİN. This is 114th part of explanation of my theory. Today, our subject is Michelson&Morley experimental assumptions and mine explanations according to my theory and my formulas. Light, confined in mind. Light, sentenced to life imprisonment, to be c, to be speed of light. This is light's prison. It is Michelson-Morley experimental mechanisms assumptions. This is light's prison, Lorentz Transformation and special relativity theory. This is mind's prison that it lives in the fictitiously warped, bent world by itself. Yes. Here, snapshot. According to my theory and my formula, some informations about my theory and my formulas. This is at rest, not in motion, light source. In all direction, its wavelength is initial wavelength. Lambda normal, lambda n here, and in all direction its speed, wave speeds is speed of light. But when this source, remember from my former videos, electron motion form, basically here I say light source. When it is in motion in this direction, say 0 degree direction, remember shortest shortened wavelength, and its wave velocity at this point smallest velocity, minimum velocity of the wave, okay? And it is, I say, d, point wave velocity, d is equal to c minus source velocity cosine 0, it is equal to c minus v. In this direction, wave velocity is c minus v. In motion direction, wave velocity decreases. Opposite direction in motion, wave velocity at 180 degree, it is maximum. I advise you to notice this area. This is so important. This is so important also 90 degree, downside and upside. No change. Same wavelength lambda normal and same c velocity. Because of lambda normal minus delta lambda cosine 90 degree. 90 degree is equal to 0, then here 0, then lambda prime is equal to lambda normal. 90 degree directions for Michelson-Morley experiment, it's so important because of 90 degree, 0 degree, okay? Now I will show you c, speed of light. That point, wave velocity, speed of light. That point, wave velocity, speed of light. 90 degree. And in 100 80 degrees, speed of light, wave velocity is d is equal to c plus source velocity. It exceeds speed of light, opposite to source direction. Okay, say 40 degree, 30 degree. This is formulas. Wave velocity formulas. D wave velocity, point wave velocity is equal to c minus source velocity cosine alpha. And wavelength, point wavelength is equal to lambda n minus delta lambda cosine alpha. Wave velocities and point wave velocities and point wave wavelengths and point wave energies and point waves masses energies variable relatively depending on their sources, light sources, velocity, motion direction and orientation. Second, I advise you to notice, please. I emphasize three main points. Second point, face to face, parallel, together in motion. This is source, this is observer, say. Always face to face because of, in this atmosphere here, wavelength doesn't change. Wave velocity doesn't change. C and lambda normal. Here. Okay? This is important for what? For this. Light propagation. This is what? Michelson&Morley experiment mechanisms. Okay? Here. Mirror, mirror, mirror, screen. Source. Okay? Here, whether it is at rest or in motion, this mechanism, from here to B, like this, wavelength and wave velocity don't change. Okay? Like this, don't change. And don't forget, 90 degree, don't change. Why? I will show now. Here. Say, there are two, one of source, one of, say, observer or mirror. It's not important now. Face to face, parallel, in motion. Here. Be careful. Notice that. Okay. And source starts to propagate and here first wave, second wave, third wave. Okay. In this direction, wave velocity is c minus v, source velocity, and wavelength, shortened wavelength in this direction, 0 degree direction, is equal to lambda prime is equal to lambda normal minus delta lambda. Okay, but here in 90 degree, this is 0 degree, this is 90 degree, wavelength and wave velocity don't change. C and lambda n. Think of that. Light come here and reflected 90 degree like this. Okay. In accepted physics, picture is that, time dilation picture is that, and this is wrong. This is reality according to my theory and my formulas. Notice, please. Yes. Then, there are 3 points. Observer prime, 90 degree, in 90 degree, observer, 0 degree, in 0 degree direction, observer, source. Snapshot, please. Then, if it is in motion, 3 of that together in motion in this direction, from source to O prime, remember, in this area, volume, wavelength will not change. C, at C velocity, speed of light velocity, and lambda n. Same wavelength, don't change. But if we ask that 40 degree, it changes. But in 90 degree again, it doesn't change. And 2 of that points, light arrives at the same time, same distance. Okay. Here. Notice, please, snapshot. I think if you notice, you can easily understand what I mean. Here, in this direction, lambda normal doesn't change. Speed of light doesn't change. In this 90 degree direction, because of this wave velocity C minus delta lambda cosine 90 degree is 0, because of D is equal to C. And same wavelength, same paces, and each of these waves arrive at these points at the same time. No time dilation, no length contraction. We doesn't need, okay? This is Michelson&Morley experimental mechanism. Then, here. Now, source. Light from source to B doesn't change. Wavelength from here to there doesn't change. Wavelength. Wave velocity doesn't change. Lambda n and C. Lambda n and C. While going there. And when this is the mirror, okay? And this light come in, reflected from here. Now, as if this is the source, second source, light source. And upside, what will be? Here, this is 0 degree direction. This is 90 degree direction. Okay? And here, like this. In the 0 direction, its velocity will reduce, its wavelength shrinks, but 90 degree, its lambda normal doesn't change, its velocity, wave velocity doesn't change. D is equal to C, lambda prime is equal to lambda normal. I told you before, like this. Like this, Yes. Then this is a mirror again. Here, this is a mirror. Go back. Opposite direction reflected in this area, face to face, no change. Same wavelength. Come here. Okay. Lambda n, wavelength doesn't change, and C. And here, reflecting upper mirror, like this, from A. I beg your pardon, say. Then here, reflected through the downside. Now this is source. Then like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay? This is 0 degree, C minus source velocity, but 90 degree again. Upside and downside, 90 degree. And here, come here, downside at C velocity and lambda normal. Wavelength doesn't change, velocity doesn't change. And come in, just here. Same, wavelength doesn't change, lambda normal. Here lambda normal. Then come in from the leak of mirror through the screen. Doesn't change. C velocity and lambda n wavelength. From A to screen. And from B to center, we say center C. Okay. Wavelength. So this is again source, reflecting source. Okay. Here, this is 90 degree. This is motion direction, 0 degree direction, C minus source velocity and lambda n minus delta lambda. But 90 degree direction, wavelength lambda n doesn't change and velocity C doesn't change, and together in same phase, no fringe shift. They arrive the screen, and we see there is no fringe shift. There is no phase shift. But why? Why? I explained now why. Okay? Time dilation, length contraction are wrong. Special relativity theory is wrong. Lorentz transformation equations are wrong. Now, snapshot. Here. And here. This is so bad. Yes. I don't want to confuse your mind, but I hope you understand. Yes. I will go on next. I will go on next. Have a good evening. See you later.